we're going to give Angus parents.
Cool.
Yeah. Not only we're going to give him parents, we're going to give him 3 brothers and 2 sisters.
Oh no. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
So what does that
I
mean?
knew it.
I'll tell you, we'll answer some questions in a minute, but what does that mean is going to happen? Simon, you look excited.
We're going to adopt him.
That's right, we're going to adopt him.
Yeah.
So he'll get to be in our family. No, we have to pray about it. God's got to help us make it happen, right? Because there's lots of stuff that can happen. There's a lot of work to do to make that happen. But if God's willing, and we believe He is, then we'll be able to do that. No, you don't. Tell me what it is.
The orphan jar?
This is the orphan jar. This is actually the first orphan jar.
Seriously?
Yeah, we filled this one up a little while ago, or filled it that much. And then for a variety of reasons, we finished that one out, and then we started working on this one. This is the second orphan jar. We saved up quite a bit of money to help some orphans, which is really great. Do you remember why we wanted to help orphans?
Nope. The orphan. No.
Yeah, what's an orphan?
An orphan is someone that has no parents.
Yeah, for various reasons, like
Orphans
Abby,
are-
wait, listen
are
to Dad
people
first.
that don't have parents.
True.
That's very good, Abby. So, anyway, we've been saving up some money, and we were really glad when we finished the first orphan jar. Finished meaning we did it for a certain amount of time, and then we said, okay, now we're done with that jar. And then we're really glad now that that one's pretty much full. One of the things that we have been looking for is the exact right way to use it to help orphans. Because it doesn't do the orphans any good if it's in a jar in our house.
Yeah.
Yes, Ellie?
One time we filled up the orphan jar and the mom took it to an orphanage, and then she like gave it to the orphan.
Hey,
Jacob, be gentle with her. So there's a particular orphan we decided we wanted to help. Right? His name is Angus. The lady we know named Maria
I know
takes
that.
care of
I
him.
know you I know you take care
Abby?
of orphans.
we do. That's what Jesus loves. He says to help widows and orphans.
So Maria takes care of different orphans, and she has different ones, and different people help her with them. And we wanted to help her with one particular orphan, which is the one named Angus, because as she's been helping, Abby, put your bottom on the chair. That's not enough money to help all the orphans in the whole world.
Yeah.
But hey, you help somebody, and then next we help somebody else, and so forth. So, if somebody doesn't have food, for example, what's the best way to help them?
Give them food.
Yeah. If they don't have food but they have plenty of water, don't give them a whole bunch of water. Give them some food. If somebody doesn't have water, what's the best way to help them?
Give them water.
So, right.
Yes.
So Maria's helping Angus and the other orphans. No, Abby.
Give them water if they want.
Listen to me, okay? You're a good girl. Listen to me. Put your feet down. I'm serious. So Maria's already helping Angus to have all the food and whatever he needs. So what's the best way you could help an orphan, assuming they have food and water?
Does parents need to help them? Maybe parents.
Giving them parents. We're going to give Angus parents.
Cool.
Yeah. Not only we're going to give him parents, we're going to give him 3 brothers and 2 sisters.
Oh no. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
So what does that
I
mean?
knew it.
I'll tell you, we'll answer some questions in a minute, but what does that mean is going to happen? Simon, you look excited.
We're going to adopt him.
That's right, we're going to adopt him.
Yeah.
So he'll get to be in our family. No, we have to pray about it. God's got to help us make it happen, right? Because there's lots of stuff that can happen. There's a lot of work to do to make that happen. But if God's willing, and we believe He is, then we'll be able to do that. Okay,
How old is he?
okay. He's Abby's age.
Hey, you can come in there.
Okay, we're good then.
Yeah, come in.
Oh, wait, is it the cute one in the picture? Oh, I like that one.
So we have some pictures of him, and we have some video of him that we thought y'all would like to see. He will be Jacob's 3rd little brother, Elliot's 2nd little brother,
Simon's first little brother.
Hannah's third little brother. Simon, it'll be your first little brother. You'll be the first big brother to a little brother. And Abby, you're going to be a big sister.
Oh.
Well, no, wait. I'm sorry. You're going to be an equal sister.
Because
Because he's your age.
he's 3 too.
He's 3 and you're 3.
6 kids, right?
6 kids, yikes. That means you can play together.
Yes.
And so, like we said, his name is Angus. So it's going to take a little while. It's not going to be tomorrow. It's because for one thing, he lives in China
Seriously?
Yes. He's lived his whole life in China.
and he speaks Chinese
Really?
And English.
So one of the things that's going to have to happen is when it's time to go get him, Mom and I have to fly to China
By yourself?
to pick him. Well, I mean, there'll be a pilot on the plane.
We can't bring you
We can't
guys
bring
this
you
time.
guys.
But
Just so that he doesn't have kind of too crazy of an experience. Abby,
But you guys can be the first to meet him when he gets back. Like you can be there when we walk
At
off
the
the plane to meet him. And listen, when Mom and Dad come back with him, he will already be our family's kid.
so we don't know when that'll be. We're hoping later this year, maybe around my birthday or Christmas.
Christmas.
So maybe in
Could be the
December. is what we're
spring.
hoping. She's helping us to do some of the paperwork. There's a lot of work to do. It also costs a lot of money, which is fine.
Jake.
God's going to help us with that. So there's a lot of work to do. What's that?
Are you going to use that money to help?
That's going to be part of what we're going to use to help him.
You
to,
are helping.
to get all the stuff. That's right. That's
Yeah.
the whole point.
Yeah.
So then he's 3. Now, Jacob, what do you remember from when you were 3?
Wait.
Absolutely nothing.
Hannah, what do you remember from when you were 3?
Not seeing Abby.
Simon, Elliot, what do you remember when you were 3?
Having.
Nothing.
I woke up.
No, okay, now listen. None of you remembers anything from when you were 3, including Abby. Right, Abby? Yeah. So here's the tricky part. Listen. He's gonna remember for a little while, just like you did when you were 3, and Abby sort of does now. But when he gets to be your age, he's not gonna remember anything but being in our family.
So
I mean, he looks a little Chinese.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah, if anybody asks, we'll just say we had him when I was going through my Chinese period. Him knows English, so he knows Chinese and English.
he knows more languages than me.
That's
he
right.
does. Yes, he does.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, can he talk?
When he was
Yeah.
when he was a baby, he had a little thing that he had with his mouth that had to get fixed by a doctor, which he did. But it means now his talk.
Abby, careful.
His talking's a little bit funny.
Like what?
You remember how Elliot went to Miss?
Miss Missy?
I forgot her name now.
The speech lady.
The speech lady. You remember how
Miss
Elliot,
Ann Terry.
Miss Ann, to help him fix some of the sounds he was making, and how Simon, make sure you're saying instead of ah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember some of those? And so some kids just need to work on that. So he just needs to work on that a little bit too. So sometimes when he's talking, it's not quite as clear as like an older kid. So that's just something to be aware of. And Abby doesn't have any speech impediments right now. Okay, shh. So how do y'all feel about that?
Interesting.
Okay. Excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Hey, listen. God says, take care of widows and orphans, that He loves them. Listen, He loves that we're willing to do this.
Yeah.
He's proud of us. He's pleased, and He's the one whose idea this was. He said, "You guys, after you have Abby," He was like, "Dad, Mom, there's a kid I have for you, but he doesn't live here. He's in China. His name is Angus." And Dad and I were like, "What?" Okay, but He loves it, and he is thrilled that we get to.
Is it a boy or a girl?
He's a
It's a boy.
boy.
He'll be a brother.
He's a boy. Yeah.